In today's video, I'm going to show you my top 5 risk-reward cryptocurrencies that I think we're going to do 5 to 10x in the next 5 years. Then crypto in general is a dead narrative. I'll say most cryptocurrencies don't have any kind of utility, but if you invest in the right ones, like the ones I'm going to tell in this video, there is really good chances that you make a lot of money in the next 5 years. So first of all, let's start with the crypto deep dive. So this is my terminal where I give access to investors. This is still not out. It's going to be in the next week or so. So if you are interested, make sure you message me or comment below. So as you can see, we are still Fear and Crypto Index still at 27. We have shorts paying longs, bearish bias. As you can see, we have more shorts than longs at the moment. We are seeing Bitcoin coming down today, as you can see. We are at 71. Funding rates starting to become negative again. We have more shorts. So overall, also, you have 15,000 Bitcoin entering exchanges, which usually is a bad signal. It means that people are selling. So today we are having a correction for Bitcoin. I spoke about this yesterday, that this is a potential level for correction because we have not only a good supply zone, but also we have the momentum indicator at the top. In terms of institutions, as you can see, we lately actually institutions have been buying. As you can see, everything green from the last week, almost every single day. The inflows of Bitcoin have been really, really positive, and it keeps increasing. Today, looking at this price, I presume that today institutions are selling. Now let's actually look at the charts, and then we go into the cryptocurrencies that I'm really certain that are going to do very, very well in the next 5 years. So when you look at the chart of Bitcoin, as you can see here, we came into this supply zone on the daily. As you can see here, from here you had these 3 candles down. We have momentum oscillator at the top. The last times that we were at the top, we tended to have tops for Bitcoin. Again, we are in a really crucial level, and also we have the supply zone. If we start closing above, in this case 79, 78, we go into this supply zone here around 88 to 90k. This is a potential good level also for Bitcoin to reject. I think overall on the long term, these are really good levels for crypto, but I still think that we have another move down towards 60k, 60 to 55. I don't think we close below 50k, but still possible. Also on the momentum, we are at the low, so yes, we could come a bit lower, but overall I honestly think we are pretty close to the bottom for BTC, and this is a really good signal. The last time that we were this low, Bitcoin was at the historic lows, also in 2018. So every single time momentum oscillator was this low, we actually had the bottom of the market. Again, we are in the same level, so there is a pretty good chance between where we are now in 60, 55k is the bottom. I still could see a move towards 88, 99. If Bitcoin starts to lose, in this case, this demand zone around 65, then yes, then this was the move, and then we are going to 60 to 58k, 55k. So this is really crucial level, this demand zone, and I expect this to hold. If not, we are going far lower. Now let's look into the projects I think are going to do very, very well, my top 5 projects. So first one, Bitcoin, of course, digital gold. It will keep having more and more adoption, especially in a time of chaos like this, where currencies are trending to zero. AI is the most deflationary technology we ever had, as prices of things will trend to zero because the supply of AI is basically infinite, and it will be better than humans in almost every single area. So the price of things are definitely going to trend to zero. Everything has become really cheap. That's not good for the massive debts that the United States, Japan, basically the entire world has, because the debt becomes more and more expensive. So you have to pay nominal terms. So in this case, the debt for USA will become more and more difficult with AI. That's why I think things like Bitcoin that have a fixed supply, you can print more. I think are, no, of course, the present and the future. I think this is definitely an asset that will be 10, 20, 30 trillion dollar. If gold got to 35, I think Bitcoin is a superior alternative to gold. So Bitcoin, of course, obvious, my first one. Second one is Tau. I expect Tau to have some kind of correction here. We have momentum oscillator at the top, so we could see Tau again coming to 233. We could also come into this demand zone around 200, and the best area for me would be between 200 and 160. I don't think we go that low, but if Bitcoin starts to go again to 60s, this could come lower again. So this is the massive resistance zone for Tau. And every single time we came here, as you can see, we've been rejecting. Not only we have a supply zone, but also we have momentum pretty overbought. So, but this is my number one conviction. I think AI is the most disruptive technology we ever had, but it needs to be, at least have a decentralized alternative. And Tau provides that. It's the only really good decentralized alternative to AI. You already have some subnets on Tau proving that they can compete with centralized AI just by the right incentives, by the right talent. Anyone in the world can contribute and improve on Tau. So I think it's the future. I think open source AI, in this case decentralized AI, eventually will get pair on pair with centralized one, because you have more benefits. You can have anyone in the world, you can have cooperation, while with centralized AI everything is siloed. You have just a few members, it's not open to everyone, while with Tau vTensor actually anyone in the world can contribute and you can actually see what's happening. So I think Tau is my number one conviction. I think it's a Bitcoin kind of deal. Second one, Hyperliquid, is another one that I think we're going to have a correction either here or between 45 to 50. Momentum is really overextended, so we could have a correction here. If hype comes again between 38, 36, I think is a good buy, but you have a few really good demand zones for Hyperliquid. So as you can see here, we have three really good points to look for hype between 38 and $30. Also, hype for me is going to be, it's already one of the most used chains, but making 100 million a month, more or less, give or take. You can trade stocks, commodities. Very, very soon you'll be able to also bet with a polymarket integration. So I think hype is the future. Really amazing team, fairly launched like Bitcoin and Tau. Really useful. I really like projects that are being used, and I think hype and Tau are really being used. And also you have institutions behind. Both of them have already plans to have ETFs in the future. So hype is my second project. Third project in this case, Zcash. I think the narrative for privacy is more important than ever, and Zcash is like a private Bitcoin. So I think in the future this is also going to be, even if it takes 5% of the market cap of Bitcoin, we are still looking at a 50 billion market cap for Zcash. Even 100 bill could happen. So I think privacy is really important, and Zcash is the only one. We also have Monero, but Zcash provides the option of being private, while Monero is completely. So really bullish on Zcash. I think this one is also going to do very, very well. Another one is Solana. This is kind of an obvious one. Very, very similar chart to Bitcoin. It's insane how this is similar to BTC. So when we look here, it's basically the same chart. So Solana, we have this supply zone here. Above 100, this is going to be bullish, and we could come to 127 or even 143. But the chart is so similar to BTC. Even the demand zones are. So as you can see here, we have this demand zone for Solana between 84 and 80, and also we could even come to 75 as well. I think Solana, whatever new narrative we have, before was memes, NFTs, Solana is going to be always the first one. It's very fast, cheap, scalable, has institutions, so I think it's a better alternative to Ethereum. Ethereum is going to be here, still one of those that will provide, I think, good results as well. I just think Solana is a better risk reward. So those are the 5 coins that I think are going to do very well in the next 5-10 years. Could have Sui here, Chainlink, but definitely the ones I have, I think, are going to provide really good results. So thank you very much.